Hey there, y'all. As Justin mentioned a couple of days ago, we have too many roosters for our small flock. Because of this, we are now needing to butcher some of our roosters. I believe thus far, out of the 7 chicks that hatched and made it in July, at least 4 of them are roosters, and there may actually be 1 or 2 more. In some respects, that's kind of disappointing because we definitely want more hens to lay more eggs. But on the flip side, that's more meat for us, for our health, and for our pocketbook. We know the lives that these chickens have lived. We know they've been the best that we can give them, minus not having non-GMO or organic feed, but we have been unable to find a source that's within our budget locally. That's an eventual goal for us. But because we know the way that they've lived their lives, we feel confident that they've been given a much better life than anything that you would find in the grocery aisles at the store, which is why we do this. We want to be able to say, I know where my food came from, I know the kind of life it lived, and I know the method in which it gave its life so that I might have food to live. So why do we choose to butcher our roosters whenever there are too many for our flock? And how do we know there are too many for our flock? Well, as Justin mentioned in one of our videos a couple of days ago, and I'll link it above, they say that you are supposed to be able to have 1 rooster per every 10 to 12 hens. But we have not found that to be true. That said, we do plan on keeping 1 rooster in addition to our main rooster, whom we love, just to see if we can hold both of them in the same flock until we have a chance to get additional hens. So, we've learned by experience. We had 3 roosters at one point in time, and Golden was one of those roosters. Cover your kids' ears because this next part is not so pleasant. Really and truly, if you have too many roosters in your flock, they will gang rape your hens. They will all cluster around one hen, a hen, and they will be mean to her, and they may even take turns on her. Now, Golden was the one that would be at the head to kind of keep her down, and the other 2 would have the business end. But it happened multiple times. It wasn't just like one occurrence. So, because of that, it adds a whole lot of stress onto the hens. There's this very tense and nervous feeling. You can feel that within the flock. All the hens are on edge, and they start losing more feathers because they get mounted more often than they should, and they don't want to come to bed at night because they are concerned about the conditions before they get let out of the coop in the morning. And it's just not a good situation. Your egg production goes down because of all the nervousness that's around. Plus, the males will actually pick favorites. Now, even if you have 1 rooster, he'll pick some favorites. But whenever you have 3 roosters or multiple roosters picking on 1 or 2 hens more often than the rest, it gets to be a not so fun life for those hens. And that's not the way we want things around here. So, before we have that problem again, we are going to dispatch with some of our roosters. And that makes it for the best life that we can ensure for our hens. And that's part of the reason we do this, in addition to having the meat for ourselves. And I understand that can seem kind of harsh and cruel, but roosters are going to be born one way or another. And because they are in a situation where they're not out in the wild and the males can go off for a while and then come back, and so the hens wouldn't be so pressured. We have to be able to take care of our hens. That's the way we feel about it. So, if you are interested in seeing how we butcher, we will be trying to make a video of that. We're going to butcher at least 2 today, if not 3, of our roosters. And the only thing is we won't show the actual dispatch of the chicken. That way, hopefully YouTube won't demonetize it or make it, what am I trying to say, age restricted, since that's what happened with our rabbit butchering video. But I will, on that next video, link a couple of videos that I've really appreciated for gleaning or gaining information on the methods in which we use to dispatch our chickens, and both the hens and the roosters, older hens and the roosters. Anyway, I just wanted to share that information because it was information that I'd never known before raising chickens, and it's not something that I've heard much about even in the homesteading community. It could be because it is such a raw and honest issue that we really, it's not like something we want to talk about every day, but I do feel it's necessary, and I'd rather someone else learn from our mistake of an experience than for them to go through it as well. So that's why whenever we have roosters, once we realize, okay, those chicks that are about anywhere from 4 to 6 months, depending on the breed, once they're old enough for us to know for sure that it's a rooster, we plan a day to transition them, that's a good way, to transition them into freezer camp. Thank y'all so much, and have a blessed day. If you're interested in the butchering video, check us out for probably the next video. If not, just skip that video. Don't even worry about watching it. And then we'll be back with more lighthearted content the next time. Y'all have a blessed day.